After more than a month of trial, Vital Kamerhe has been sentenced to 20 years of hard labor. Vital Kamerhe's trial has been taking place inside the Makala prison, where he was held since April 8th. The proceedings were broadcast on national TV and journalists closed out. The 61-year-old Kamerhe and 2 other accomplices were charged for misusing money for infrastructure projects.
We need reforms in our laws on corruption. All those found guilty of corruption should be sent to prison. That's the only way other corrupt officials will be deterred from stealing public funds. This country should be led by a dictator. If I were president, I would hang all the corrupt people at our national stadium.
Mr. Kamerhe's case is a very rare one in the DR Congo. No public figure has been prosecuted for corruption in the DRC in the last 2 decades. In 2018, Kamerhe announced his presidential bid but pulled out, clearing the way for President Tshisekedi. Reports indicate there was a coalition deal between him and Tshisekedi to succeed him. His supporters think his arrest is to stop him from running for the next presidential election.
The trial of Vital Kamerhe is a political case that was brought up to ruin his career. That's because right from 1960 until today, we've had no government that has ever prosecuted senior officials implicated in graft.
We've had bigger corruption scandals in this country. There was one where $100 million meant for an agricultural project was embezzled. No one was held accountable. Recently, the head of the state-owned mining firm was accused of embezzling $200 million. Again, no one was punished. Why has the fight against corruption only begun with the president's chief of staff, Vital Kamerhe? It's because President Tshisekedi agreed to back him in his bid for the presidency in 2023. They signed an accord at the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, in 2018.
Kamerhe denies stealing public money, but there are questions on why President Tshisekedi would allow a close ally to be thrown in a high-security prison and why judges handling his case died under mysterious circumstances. Despite fighting corruption being one of President Tshisekedi's key election promises, many believe pressure from international partners played a key role. Critics think Kamerhe's conviction is a warning to all public servants who have long been involved in corruption but gotten away with it. And the theory that Tshisekedi was under pressure from the Trump administration to clean out graft.
American and European leaders have been telling our president to stop corruption. We've had corruption in our country since 1965. People keep stealing public funds and get away with it. The people arrested are those who dare challenge political figures or those who mess around with their mistresses.
The UN Special Envoy for the Great Lakes visited DRC 2 months before Kamerhe was arrested and told Tshisekedi that the US was disappointed by his efforts to fight corruption. Reports from the rights group, the Congo Research Group, indicate wide-scale corruption in the DRC. ISABEL, NAKIRYA, Kampala.